So for this time, we're going to proceed sa doubly reinforced concrete na beam. So talking about doubly reinforced, meaning nito, yung ating concrete na beam is being reinforced sa tension tsaka sa compression ng mga steel reinforcement. So we have here our design example on how to design a doubly reinforced concrete na beam. So in short, we'll be solving kung ano ba yung required na steel area for our tension bars as well as doon sa ating compression bars. And also, how are we going to calculate the required number of tension bars tsaka doon sa ating compression bars? And paano ba natin ma-check yung mga spacing and paano ba natin ma-detail yung mga tension bars and compression bars sa doubly reinforced concrete? So we have here our design example. So given na yung factored bending moment natin is 400 kilonewton meters. And for our geometry, we have our beam width na 300 millimeters, depth is 500 millimeters, span length na 6 meters. For our concrete properties, we have our FC prime here to be 28 megapascal, our clear concrete cover na 40 millimeters, and our aggregate size na 19 millimeters. For our steel reinforcement properties, our Fy or the yield strength is equivalent to 420 megapascals. And for our clear concrete cover, 40 millimeters. For our elastic modulus, we have 200 gigapascal. And for our rebar size, meron tayong tension bars dito na 25 mm yung diameter. For our compression bars naman is 25 millimeters. And we're going to make use of the strain sa ating tension steel to be equivalent to 0.005. And for the assumed layers ng ating rebars, we're going to make use of the equation for the double layer, yung approximate equation para ma-solve natin yung effective depth. Which is equivalent to H minus 90 millimeters. So for our beam configurations, nakalagay din dito na both end continuous. Supposedly, meron pa tayong preliminary na sizing ng beam, but we're going to skip it. We're going to proceed na lang to the cross-sectional parameters. So first na isa-solve natin dito is yung rebar size para sa ating mga stirrups. Since yung diameter ng ating mga bars is 25 millimeters, it is less than 32 mm, meaning itong 10 millimeters ang magiging diameter ng ating stirrups. And after that is to solve for our effective depth. So we're going to make use of this equation, h minus 90 millimeters. So isosolve natin. Yung h natin is, we have here 500. So 500 minus 90, we get a value of 410. So ito ngayon yung ating effective depth na gagamitin sa pag-design ng ating beam. After nito is yung pag-evaluate whether yung beam is i-design ba natin ito na singly reinforced or doubly na reinforced. So based sa problem, we're going to make use of the 0.005 na strain sa ating extreme na tension steel. So we're going to make use of 3 all over 8 times D para masolve natin yung Cmax. So using our calculator here, 3 all over 8 times yung D, nakakasolve lang natin, 410. So we have here 153.75. After that is to solve for our beta factor. So based sa problem, yung FC prime natin is 28. So therefore, yung beta factor natin is equivalent to 0.85. After that is to solve for our maximum steel ratio. Since yung strain ng extreme tension steel na gagamitin natin is 0.005, therefore we're going to make use of this equation. So we have here 0.85 times ang FC prime natin na 28 times yung beta natin na 0.85 divided by yung Fy, which is 420 times yung factor na 3 all over 8. So masasolve natin is 0.0180625. After that is to solve for the coefficient of resistance, considering na na-maximize natin yung steel reinforcement. So, ito yung formula or yung equation natin. So, yung Fy is 420 times yung rho max natin, which is 0.01800625 times 1 minus 0.0180625 times yung Fy na 420. Then we're going to divide it by 1.7 times yung Fc prime natin na 20. So yung masasolve natin dito is 6.3772 megapascals. After that is to solve for the strain ng ating yung yield strain ng ating steel reinforcement. So this is equivalent to Fy all over elastic modulus ng ating steel. So ang Fy natin is 420. Then yung elastic modulus naman natin is 200,000. So this is equivalent to 0.0021. After nito is isosolve din natin yung strength reduction factor. Since yung strain natin na ginamit is 0.005, meaning that is tension controlled. So therefore, 0.9 yung magiging value for our strength reduction factor. After that is to solve for our maximum na ultimate moment. So this is equivalent to our phi, which is equivalent to 0.9 times yung Rn max, which is 6.3772 times yung B natin na 300 times yung D, which is 410. Then is squared natin. So yung makukuha nating value dito is a large na value because yung unit nito is naka-Newton times millimeter. So we're going to divide this by 10 to the power of 6. So ito na ngayon yung value in kilonewton meters. So we have 289.44, 19764. After that, i-compare natin ito sa ating MU. So ito yung MU max, 289. Pero yung MU natin is 400. 400. Now, since yung MU natin is greater than our MU max, therefore, we're going to design it as doubly reinforced. So after that, we're going now to proceed sa ating design calculation. So just a short review. First na gagawin nyo talaga dito is dapat memorize yung cross-section, yung strain diagram, stress diagram, tsaka yung mga moment carried as singly reinforced beam, and moment carried by compression steel. So dapat memorize yung mga illustration na ito para maiwasan nyo yung pag-memorize ng mga formulas. Rather, we're going to make use of these diagrams para ma-derive mo yung mga equations na gagamitin niya. So for our cross-section here, for example, ito yung ating diagram. Meron tayong B, ito yung cross-section natin. Ito naman yung ating H. And then we have to identify here the locations of our steel reinforcement. Una is yung D. Ito yung ating effective depth. This is located pa rin from the extreme fiber ng ating concrete sa compression side papunta dun sa centroid ng ating steel reinforcements sa tension na side. And then, another is itong D prime. Itong D prime naman, ito yung location ng mga compression bars from the extreme fiber ng ating concrete sa compression na side papunta sa centroid. Yan yung D prime. And then we have two types of areas dito. Una is yung AS, meaning nito, ito yung total na area ng steel ng ating tension bars. Tsaka yung AS prime naman, ito naman yung total area ng ating compression bars. So next na illustration is yung tinatawag nating strain diagram. So same pa rin from this point to this point here, yung dimension nito is 0.003. Ito yung strain ng ating concrete, upper limit na strain ng ating concrete big sa NSCP. And then we have the strain sa ating steel sa tension, epsilon sub s. Then since meron na tayong compression bars dito, of course meron din tayong epsilon s prime, which is located from this point here papunta dito. So if we're going to check here our dimensions, yung location nito is D prime from the extreme fiber ng ating concrete. Then yung C natin, same pa rin. Ito yung location ng ating neutral axis. So yan yung ating strain diagram. And then another na diagram is itong tinatawag nating stress na diagram. So, di ba sa singly reinforced na concrete, meron lang tayong dalawa na mga forces. We have our tensile force sa ating tension bars and we have the compressive force ng ating concrete na block, which is equivalent to 0.85 FC prime AB. Sa doubly reinforced, since meron tayong mga compression bars, meaning meron din tayong dyan, additional na compressive force, which is taken as CS prime. Ito na ngayon yung yung parang resultant force doon sa compression bars natin na madadagdag dito sa C sub C or compressive force ng ating compression block. So for the equations, itong T dito, ito yung tensile force sa ating tension bars. This is still equivalent to AS times our Fy. And then yung C sub C, ito naman yung ating compressive force sa ating compression block. This is still equivalent to 0.85 FC prime AB. So same pa rin, 0.85 FC prime yung magnitude ng stress, tsaka A times B naman yung yung area of contact, itong naka-gray. And then we have our CS prime. Yung CS prime, this is equivalent to AS prime times FS prime minus 0.85 FC prime. So magbabawas lang tayo ng 0.85 FC prime sakali na yung ating compression bars is within dito sa loob ng ating compression block. So sakali na hindi pasok yung mga compression na mga bars sa ating compression block. Therefore, no need na magde-deduct pa tayo ng 0.85 FC prime. So, para ma-analyze natin itong stress diagram, bali hatiin natin ito into dalawa. So, yung first na diagram, ito yung moment na carried as singly reinforced na beam. Ito yung MN1. Kung mapapansin nyo, yan yung MN1. And then, pangalawa naman is itong moment carried by the compression steel na MN2. So meaning, para masolve pala natin yung nominal moment dito, dapat masolve muna natin yung MN1 tsaka MN2. So dito muna tayo sa moment carried as singly reinforced beam. So meaning nito, we're going to analyze yung moment as a singly reinforced na beam considering na ma-maximize natin yung steel reinforcement. So in here, meron tayong dalawang mga forces dito. We have our T1 tsaka yung C sub C. So yung T sub 1 natin, this is equivalent to AS1 times Fy. Again, for which yung AS1, this is equivalent to rho max times BD. And then yung C sub C naman, same pa rin. Ito yung 0.85 FC prime AB. And the distance, yung moment arm between the two is taken to be D minus A all over 2. So bakit naging D minus A all over 2? Kasi yung location ng ating tension bar, papunta dito sa extreme fiber ng ating concrete sa compression, this is taken to be yung D natin. And then yung ating C sub C, yung location nito is nasa centroid ng ating compression block with which naka-gray. Since rectangular yung yung shape niya, so meaning nasa gitna yung centroid. So meaning yung location nito from the extreme fiber ng ating concrete sa compression site is taken to be A all over 2. So yung remaining na ngayon, distance from this point hanggang dyan is taken to be d minus a all over 2. Kaya meron tayong equation dito na d minus a all over 2. Sa moment naman carried by decompression still, dalawa pa rin yung mga forces dito. We have our T sub 2 tsaka yung C sub S. So yung T sub 2 natin, this is equivalent to AS2 times yung Fy. Tsaka yung C sub S naman, this is equivalent to AS prime times Fs prime minus 0.85 Fc prime. Again, magdededuct lang tayo ng 0.85 Fc prime sakali na yung D prime is within doon sa A. So, next naman is yung moment arm or distance between the T sub 2 tsaka yung C prime S. So, this is taken to be D minus D prime. So, the question is why? Kasi yung ating CS prime, yung location nito is distance D prime from the extreme fiber ng ating concrete. So, if that will be the case, yung remaining natin na distance dito hanggang dito sa ating tension na force, this is taken to be D minus D prime. So that's why D minus D prime yung ating distance dito. So sa pag-design, ito yung first na gagawin natin. First is solve muna natin yung nominal moment. So di ba meron na tayong factored moment na given sa problem. I-divide na lang natin to ng strength reduction factor. Since we had assumed kanina na yung extreme tension steel natin is equivalent to 0.005, therefore, yung strength reduction factor na gagamitin natin is 0.9. So, ilan ba yung MU natin? We have 400 divided by yung phi natin na 0.9. So, we'll get 444.44. Ito na ngayon yung ating nominal moment. Yeah. Then, after that is to solve for our MN1. So, yung MN1 naman natin, again, dito tayo focus na diagram. This is the moment carried as singly reinforced beam. So, take note, this is yung consideration dito sa MN1, kumbaga, na-maximize natin yung steel reinforcement. So, that's why yung MN1 natin dito, this is equivalent to MU max divided by yung phi na 0.9. So, yung MU max natin na nasolve kanina, that is equivalent to 289.4416. I-divide natin ito sa 0.9. So, yung masolve natin is 321.6018. After nito, we're going to solve na ngayon for our MN2. So, paano natin masolve yung MN2? So, take note, yung MN, this is equivalent to MN1 plus MN2. So, para masolve natin yung MN2, ito transpose natin yung MN1 on the other side of our equation. So, MN2 ngayon will now be equivalent to MN minus MN1. So, yung MN natin is 444.444 minus yung MN1 natin na 321.6018. So, yung masasolve natin na MN2 is equivalent to 122.8427 kilonewton.